Good afternoon. Out of an abundance of caution and to further emphasize the need for social distancing, the City of Little Rock will postpone all events, meetings with 50 or more attendees. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, we instituted a policy of 200. Last night, we reduced it from 200 to 100. This afternoon, we're now following the guideline, continuing the guidelines of the CDC, going to anything at 50 or more attendees. All city facilities will be closed to the general public until further notice, effective Wednesday, March the 18th. Employees, as permitted by their department directors, will be allowed to work remotely. The City of Little Rock will also implement a nightly citywide curfew from midnight until 5 a.m., effective Wednesday morning, 12 a.m., March the 18th until 5 a.m. I also want to stress this has no bearing on our healthcare workforce, as well as employers who are working overnight shifts. So individuals that are employed and they're working overnight, they are still allowed to travel to and from their workplace to their respective homes. Our Chief of Police, Keith Humphrey, will give a few more details on the guidelines to have that greater understanding. But again, we want to stress this has no bearing on our healthcare workforce or even our general workforce that are working overnight. This curfew is to further discourage unnecessary social gathering. Let's continue to support our local eateries by utilizing the various takeout and delivery options they are providing. Again, we want to stress and strongly urge all of our local eateries, restaurants, to continue on with business, but to strongly encourage them to transition to takeout and delivery options. We are strongly urging them to move forward this way. But we must be wise and proactive about the potential spread of this particular virus. Little Rock, this is not the time to panic at all. We are over-prepared. We're taking every precautionary measure. We want to take this situation seriously, but not panic at all. This is, however, the time to be prepared. We are a very resilient city. We are a very smart city. We will get through this. This is our journey right now, and we will navigate through this journey. But we have to do this together as a united Little Rock. I'm calling on all residents, all businesses, all faith leaders, all nonprofits, and others to consider what you can do to help yourself and others to contain the spread of this very serious COVID-19 virus. Thank you. I'll be forward for any questions. Well, before questions, Chief Keith Humphrey will kind of give more of an explanation of the curfew.
Thank you, Mayor. The main thing I want the citizens to understand that this is not going to be anything that will prevent them from their normal duties. Our main focus is to ensure that we reduce or minimize the potential of the COVID-19 from spreading. We understand that people are going to be traveling to and from work. The Little Rock Police Department will not be stopping individuals who are traveling in their cars. The main thing will be when we see individuals who are out in public between the hours of the curfew, 12 a.m. to 5 a.m., we are going to proactively remind them that the curfew is in effect. And we believe that based on the relationship that we have with the community, we truly believe that they will be receptive of the information that we provide them. We want to make sure that everyone is safe, but the main thing we want the citizens to know that we are not going to be stopping individuals in their vehicles that are between the hours of 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. that are, if they're not violating any type of traffic law. We want people to go back and forth to work without having to worry about that, but we also want to remind people that you have to obey the traffic laws. And our main focus is going to be proactive in reminding individuals, reminding our citizens that there is a curfew in effect.
Before we go to questions, I also want to share another update about our Tuesday Board of Directors, City Board of Directors meeting. To create social distancing among our board of directors, we will be moving our meeting to the Robinson Center, Steel Ballroom A, urging residents to watch at littlerock.gov. Citizens communications can be emailed to city clerk's office at littlerock.gov. I repeat, city clerk's office at littlerock.gov. They also can be called into at 501-371-4766. I also want to take time to share great appreciation to Governor Asa Hutchinson, who he and I have been on constant communication for the last several weeks as we've been preparing for this particular response, as well as to our federal delegation, Senators John Bozeman, Senator Tom Cotton, Congressman French Hill, who have been very instrumental. I think many people have seen what we've been doing with the Little Rock School District, Pulaski County Special School District, Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance, Central Arkansas Library Systems, and many others, the Clinton Foundation as well, and how we are providing food resources to all Little Rock students, Little Rock School District students, Pulaski County Special School District students, all public charter schools, parochial and private that are in need of food. And we are able to do this because our members of our federal delegation, as well as Governor Asa Hutchinson, Secretary Cindy Gillespie, and Secretary Johnny Key, all worked around the clock to get our waivers to increase our current food programs and to sustain them. So I want to share great appreciation as well. And also, while we at the City of Little Rock are very prepared, it doesn't happen with one person, it's an entire team, our entire team of department directors. Many individuals are here before us today, and a special mention to Stephanie Jackson, as well as Matt Burks and Nathan Spicer, who have been working around the clock, as well as Lamar Williams and others that have been working around the clock to ensure that we are over-communicating, that we are overly prepared, and we're taking every precaution to ensure that we contain the spread of this virus. We'll now open the floor for questions. Rachel?
Curfew take effect beginning of the day Wednesday or end of the day Wednesday?
It takes effect 12 a.m. Wednesday, March 18th. So after 11:59 tomorrow. Any more questions?
I guess with city, is that all city offices, all city functions?
All city facilities will be open, but we will be ceasing public access to them. We are encouraging all of our city residents that are conducting business with the City of Little Rock to conduct online. We have a robust online platform for our building permits, things of that nature. Things that are routine with the Public Works Department can be emailed to our Public Works Department to get that done. We will always maintain the business and industry of the City of Little Rock.
Is there going to be extra staff or anything like that added to kind of help with some of what will probably be more requests via the online or anything like that?
We are maintaining enough of a workforce to make sure that we won't miss a beat.
Is there a certain number of cases or a certain point, I guess, that you would see that you would want to close restaurants and make them do all takeout or anything like that?
Well, here in the City of Little Rock, the mayor can only ban a restaurant or a bar by having the express approval from the Secretary of Health, and so that would only be the case. So it cannot happen without the governor or the Secretary of Health. But we can institute the curfew, which we are doing.
Any plans to do that? Or how long the curfew is going to last?
Until further notice. We will more than likely check every 2 weeks. And again, this decision we did not take lightly at all, because we have a serious focus, as we all know, since our administration has taken office, on quality of life and place. And entertainment is a big strategic part of quality of life and place. So this decision was not taken lightly at all.
Is there going to be a penalty or anything for anybody who's breaking curfew, or is this just more of like a recommendation type thing?
It is a mandated curfew.
So
again, as our chief of police, we will be very proactive to maintain community concern and ensure that everyone adheres to this decision.
What about like late payments for anything in public works? Are those charges or anything like that going to be suspended, or how are we looking into some?
We have not made that decision yet.
The curfew is only on weekdays.
Excuse me?
Is it only on weekdays?
No, it's every day.
One more question.
One more question. Going once. Thank you, guys.